Okay, LiDAR data. Lanny sent me a Christmas list, but rather than do that, I'm going to show you how to get the LiDAR data. I have been getting it from two different places. One place allows you to download it, so you can upload it into Google Earth, georeferenced, which is the best way to do it, but it's a little more difficult. The second way is really easy to use. I haven't figured out how to download it, but that's the one I'm going to show you right now because it's the easiest for just looking around at stuff. All right, so here's the workflow I recommend. Start off opening Google Maps. It'll make more sense as we get into it. Let's say I want to look at, I don't know, Barton Springs, let's say. I don't know why that comes to mind. There's Barton Spring. Like, wow. Okay, I want to explore Barton Spring. So I'm gonna, there's the creek named after, I don't even know who it's named after. William Barton. Who knows? So what I do is Google Maps. This is you can use addresses in the LiDAR and the USGS, but it's easier, just believe me, to use Google Maps. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, Google Maps. Get the lat long. Okay. So the LiDAR data, the easiest way for perusing this is USGS, and right here's the URL. I'll let you get a look at that. Write it down if you want to. Okay. And then here's an address bar over here, and you just copy and paste that in there. And you see it's dropped a pin. Now, one of the drawbacks on the USGS site is that, as you can see, it's blank. You have to zoom back out, and then it comes into focus. Yeah, I don't know why. Because you're going to want to be able to zoom in to look at stuff on the visual map, the topo or the satellite image, but you get into a certain point and it quits. So one of the things I do, so you go up here, this is your base maps. So I'm going to change over to this so I can kind of see what's going on. All right. So now I've got this base map and my old Google Maps at the same spot. I'm going to change this to satellite also. All right. Okay, so here's the key bit on turning on the LiDAR. So that was the base maps. There's a thing called layers right here. We go there, and there's a bunch of layers. Scroll down. The one I've been using is DEP, Digital Elevation Profile Hillshade. And I just click that. Voila. So this is the best way for looking around at stuff. So I'm going to zoom back out. Sometimes, depending on the web, it takes a while. This is 1 meter resolution. And sometimes it takes, you see it's a little fuzzy right now. You have to give it a second and it'll, eventually catch up. Okay. So here you can look around and say, I wonder where Barton's house was. Here, this is the Zilker overlook where they have the parties and stuff like that. This is, so here you can zoom in and out. Here's one of the springs on the south side. That's the dam. Okay, I can go upstream. Now at some point you go like, wow, what is that? Like right in here, that looks weird. So one thing to note, so the default is that the sunlight is coming this way from the northwest, all right? So when you look at something, that's how you tell if it's concave or convex. So up here, for example, all right, the light's on the outside, so I know that's sticking up. And this is shaded, so that's concave. So it's convex and concave. And so I can tell here this is a depression, not a rise, because it's in shade. Okay, sun's coming this way, that's in shade. Right. So I'm looking down here and it's like, well, what the hell is that? Light's coming in this way, shadow on that side, so I know it's standing up, and then there's something here. So one is tempted to say, well, let me look at the visual. This is the deal with, this is the drawback. And this is why I like to keep Google Maps open. So I'm scrolling back out till it pops open, and I still can't really tell what the hell it is. So now I'm going to go, here's what I'm going to do. Go down here, see it's tracking where you're at. So I'm going to turn the hill shade back on. All right. And what I want to know is I want to get a look at this on Google Maps. I'm going to wait. Okay, there we go. So tell me what this is. So I have to go down here to this. It says click map to get coordinates. I'm going to do this. It drops a pin, and you notice you got this. Now, unfortunately, it's backwards. It's longitude, latitude. And Google Maps is going to want the opposite. So what I've found is you need to change it to this. And then it's in a format that Google Maps likes. So again, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to click right there. Oh, shit. Click right there. Get out of the way. Click, click. And then I'm going to come down and copy and paste. I copied it. I'm going to Google Maps. Barton Springs I'm going to replace with Lat Long. And it zooms in. And what is it? So now we're getting a look at what's there here. And it's the historic ruins of the old bridge. Aha! So we've discovered something forgotten. Who puts this stuff on there? Anyway, it's there. So now I know what that's at. I'm going to go back to there, and it's like, oh my God. So that's where the old bridge was at. And you can see some bits in here. You can see this is a trail that's going down. And what you're gonna want to do is you go through this. This is why downloading it into Google Earth is good, but I don't know how to do it from the USGS site. But if you download the GeoTIFF and load it into Google Maps, you can quickly go back and forth. Now you can here. So back over here on the hillshade, there's the hamburger button or whatever they want to call it, transparency, right? And you can do this. But again, unfortunately, you have to scroll back out until you get a picture. And again, it didn't really remember where I was at. It was right in here. So you can kind of compare. And what I've found is that you're going to want to be able to do visual comparison with the LiDAR, because there's some things that actually show up visually that don't show up on the LiDAR, either because of when the scan was made or because the depth isn't right. So finally, just to show you how really cool this is. So again, the whole value of the LiDAR is that it strips away the vegetation down to bare earth elevation profiles. So right in here, and I'm zoomed out because if I go in, it disappears. But like right here, it's overgrown. I can't see a damn thing. But if I turn on the LiDAR, say, oh, and again, you may have to give it a second to kick in, but you say, oh, well, that's the springs on the other side. There's a name for that springs. There's the dam. Anyway, that's it. There's another site for downloading. I'm sure there's a way to download from USGS. I haven't figured it out yet. I think you have to set up another account. The other site is Open Topography, and you have to set up an account. Well, no. There's free data, but it's not 1 meter resolution. To get the 1 meter resolution, you have to have an academic account. And so if you have an email that ends with .edu, so my main email is rdenny@utexas.edu, University of Texas. If you use that to sign up for an account, you can get the 1 meter. So if you do have, we'll do that in another another talk or whatever. Anyway, that's it. Hope that helps. Merry Christmas, everybody.